Okay, so we are live from our little digital studio in Estonia. Let's give a warm welcome to our special guest tonight, the illustrator and friend from many years, directly from Chile, Temuco. Let's say hi to Edu. Welcome,
Hi!
Edu.
How's everybody going? How's everybody doing tonight?
Woohoo! Can you hear the applause of the audience? They're going crazy.
No, no escucho los aplausos.
It's okay. It's okay. The good thing is that you can hear us real well. Okay, so Edu,
Me alegra saber que hay.
how do you feel tonight? Or
Hi!
are you
I
excited?
feel amazing. How do you feel tonight? How are you doing?
I feel really good because I've been wanting to do this dynamic for a while, so I'm really excited. By the way, this
Yeah, you sound very excited. I'm glad
this
to hear.
interview is gonna be in both languages at the same time. We're gonna have some English, but we're also gonna have some Spanish because we wanna show this to our families. So it's gonna be a little bit of a Spanglish
Yeah,
moment.
we are not gonna. Exactly, we are not gonna say any groceries tonight.
No, no, no. This is gonna be a family-friendly interview.
That doesn't mean what I think it means.
By the way, Edu, we have on the audience, we have Marianne. She's here. We have John. He's here too.
Oh my god.
Yes, you can say hi to them. And we have Budare. And we have Natalia. And
Hola Mariana, hola Natalia, ¿cómo están? Las amo y las adoro. Feliz noche. Hi John, hi Budare, how are you doing, my beautiful babies? I wish you the best tonight and all the nights.
wonderful. We also got Helm artwork on the on the chat. Well, not on the chat, but we can see you supporting the stream. Helm artwork. Thank you so much for being here. And those are the wonderful cuchicopes that are here. Okay, Edu, I'm going to ask
Hello.
to start asking the questions. Okay. Sí,
Oh my god.
sí.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 This is completely really happening live. We haven't practiced anything, so I think this is even more exciting. So, while I'm asking you this question,
It's gonna be more fun.
would you like me? But if I no, I think if I si te comparto el Discord, creo que se me va a desconfigurar la carita que tengo sobre el cuerpo. Así que, ¿qué podemos hacer para que puedas ver los artes que estoy mostrando en el stream? ¿Mm?
Me medio carga la pantallita del stream. O
¿Sí?
sea, no va tan al día, pero puede que salgan las cosas. Igual puedes como, no sé, me das pistas de lo que está saliendo.
Vale, vale, vale. Igual tú me pasaste los artes, así que fino. Okay. So,
Ok.
Edu, the first question that I want to ask you is, what were like, what were your beginnings on illustration? Like, what made you say, okay, this is why I want to start drawing? And we're gonna show some of your first arts that you sent us. Okay.
Wow, that's a really good question. How was my Jeff Goldblum impersonation?
I didn't thought that was Jeff Gollum, but okay. Okay, this is
So it was terrible. Okay.
I'm showing your artwork for Soul Brothers, their cover number one.
Wow. So okay, this is perfect for the question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I remember that this is something I wanted to do since the very beginning. Since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be drawing all the time. And when I came across this cartoon called Talk Son, Sonatiza para los Latinos,
Mm-hmm.
eh, they mentioned the career, the job, the prospect future of being a cartoon artist. En la serie le llamaban caricaturista y el peladito, Rodney Cajadura,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how was his name in English, but the protagonist, he wanted to be a cartoon artist. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, what? You can be that. There's people that do the cartoons on TV. I want to do that when I grow up.
That's so cool that you found out about the like, oh, this is an actual career and it's thanks to a cartoon. It's like, the perfect circle, the perfect cycle, I think. By the way, on the comments, John say, "Whoa, that's so cool!" And Chaotic Nat, while watching the artwork of Soul Bros, she say, "I remember this. We were babies."
Yeah, this is for a comic book I was doing when I was a teenager. I started doing it when I was 14 years old, I think, and
Mhm.
I did a first draft when I was 11.
Mhm.
After that, I rebooted it when I was 14.
Uh huh.
I rebooted it a third time, doing a third version of the first episode. That is the one that you're seeing on screen,
Mhm.
and that was the one I kept doing until I made, I think it was 6 issues in the span of like 2 years. So not that fast, I think.
John say, "Damn, you did this
And
at 14."
it ended, unfortunately.
Nice. Yeah, John saying
Se
sorry
está
that
viendo
I.
la portada.
Uh huh.
Se está viendo la portada 3 en la pantalla.
Yes, I moved two more pictures of the slideshow. I show your first character, and I show the number three issue. And by the way, John saying, "Dang, you did this at 14.
Oh my
That's
god.
insane. So freaking cool." So, what can you tell us about your first character? Like, what was the idea for you coming up with him?
Oh, the whole thing, the whole comic was about this little guy with the afro.
Mhm.
His name is Kate, like keys, but like the Spanish pronunciation of llave in English.
Mhm.
That's key. So I went with K, like okay. Now that I know how pronunciations work. He is a Soul Reaper. I was obsessed with that concept when I was a little teenager, and I saw the anime Soul Eater,
Mhm.
and I also saw Death Note back then, and there was the whole concept of the Shinigami, and the little edgy teenager I got obsessed with the idea, and I wanted to do something similar for so long. And this was it. This was it. K was a Soul Reaper, a Shinigami,
Mhm.
and he had an older brother who was showing him the ropes and was like teaching him how to be a Soul Reaper. So that was pretty much the story. This little kid learning how to be a Soul Reaper.
in the first issue we can see that the character next to him in the Vespa is his brother, right?
Yeah, that's I. That's how you can see how creative I was with names. They were brothers, so the younger brother is named Kay and the older brother is named Kai. Of course.
And I'm putting the issue number 3 on the screen. Well, you were 14 when you did this cover too.
When I did the third issue, I was 16 years old.
Hmm. And can you tell us a little bit of this character, the girl with the guitar?
Of course, sure. She was like a rival character I introduced for Kay. She was gonna be like a rival and a love interest.
Uh
Her
huh.
name is Kaya Pandora.
Uh huh.
Well, we have our first surname. I learned how to give second names to characters. Still, all of them were starting with a K for some reason. But yeah, Kaya, she was also a Soul Reaper,
Hmm.
and she was like this character who was gonna fight with Kay in that episode. It was sort of like a trial that his older brother set up so to prove him if he was able to join this special group he was a part of. So this issue was the fight between these two characters, between Kaya and Kay. Kaya had like these special powers with her guitar. She could use her guitar as a giant axe, and she could also use it to summon special music related demons.
That's pretty cool.
It was.
you made this whole issue, like you made this whole comics completely traditionally, or were you starting to experiment with another media when you started?
I did the whole thing with markers. So completely traditional. Yeah. I used to experiment a little bit with digital, but it was mostly for cleaning, organizing, and trying to like paint some pages, but it was not a big thing
Mm,
back then.
okay. And showing another character, and she's the girl with the two katanas and like some rollerblades. She's also from your original story, right?
Wow, yeah. Oh, this character, her name was Cece. It, she had two C's on her name, like so that was it. So it could be pronounced like Cece or Cece.
Mm-hmm.
She never appeared officially in the issues I made, but she was one of the main characters actually. So we never got to see her story, but she was also like she of course she was also a reaper, and she was like the best friend of the older brother, and
Mm-hmm.
they were like equal in power, so she was like one of the most powerful characters in the story.
That's really cool. She has a really cool
For
design.
the later episodes, I imagine. Thank you. I actually want to someday do something with her specifically. Like, I liked her design so much when I was not doing episodes, and I did so much art of her more than I did of the protagonist.
Mm-hmm. Cool, cool.
So at some point, I was thinking on giving more of the focus to what will be like the second group of
Mm-hmm.
the protagonists, who were the older brother, this character Cese, and another character that was called Mauro. I wanted to give a lot of focus to them.
Cool. I have another of your pieces here is Vegeta, and he's like shooting a pink ray. And for this piece right now that I'm showing on the screen, I want to ask you a different question. Okay, are you ready? By the way, John said in the comment that he freaking loves the design of these characters.
Oh, thank you, John. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I have the Vegeta on the screen, right? And I wanted to ask you, what techniques do you usually work with?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what art techniques do you like to use when you work on your art?
Sure, okay. This Vegeta, I remember that back then I was starting to experiment with colors. Estaba
Mm-hmm.
experimentando con colores. Me he dado cuenta que no hemos dicho muchas cosas en español.
Oh, but you're welcome to change
But yeah, I
from
was.
both languages anytime you want. This is from 2015.
Sí, sí, eso. 2015 fue como una época de mucha experimentación. Back then, I was experimenting a lot with colors. I to that point I never was like painting whole scenes with color, only black and white and some primal colors as shading.
Mm-hmm.
As you saw on the previous works, I used to like use red or blue or orange sometimes. But here I was going all out with markers, like these kind of water-based markers. They're not watercolors, but
Mm-hmm.
they are like these special markers for coloring that you can buy on your chinos más cercanos, on
Mm-hmm.
your Chinese store more close to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was using. The techniques I was using back then was a lot of these really cool watercolors that are not actually watercolors.
And for the really bright pinks, are those Sharpies or they're also the watercolor markers?
No, those are Sharpies. You are completely right. I was also using a lot of Sharpie markers or similar ones because they have these vibrant colors that pop when you mix them with these more washed out colors that the markers used to have.
Nice, nice, nice. Marianne said nice. And Natalia said, I absolutely adore your style, baby. Okay, we reached digital.
Oh, okay.
We are reaching your digital era.
Thank you so
And
much. Oh my god.
we have this like Tails
What is
doll
it showing?
on the screen. That's the Tails doll. And for this piece on the background, I wanted to ask you, uh, how did you feel when you transitioned from completely traditional art to finally starting to do everything on digital? How did you feel that transition was for you? Like, was it difficult? Was it like, how did it feel for you? And when did you discover, hey, I really like digital art too?
Well, that was a long transition actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like steps by steps, little by little. Like first just experimenting and editing stuff on digital.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was being encouraged a lot to try and paint on digital by a really special person that was the one that taught me how to use painful side. She was like a very influential artist on my career. She's actually the one that is doing this interview. Say hi, Erika.
Hi. By the way, we got new people on the interview. We got Rosie saying hi. Hi, Rosie. And we got Neko Pop on the chat too.
Hi,
Hi, Neko Pop.
Leslie.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay. Eh,
Bienvenidos.
that
A
was
veces
a
hablamos español, se los prometo.
yeah. We're changing from Spanish to English. This interview is gonna have very exotic range of answers. By the way, thank you so much for that answer. That was really sweet. I'm really glad that uh I help a little on that journey. I'm gonna put another piece, okay? Or if you wanna talk more about this like this picture that we have on screen, like what technique did you use, like what going on with the textures here, or if you want, we can jump to the next one.
Sure, is it still the Tailswell one?
Yes, it's still the tails.
Okay, so for example, for this piece, I was all on digital art. What
Mm-hmm.
I ended up doing at this point, this was in, I think it was 2020. Yeah, it was 2020. It was during lockdown. Oh my god. So at this point, I think I had already achieved what I wanted for my art mostly. That was like a combination of 2D techniques on
Mm-hmm.
being emulated on a digital space. So the drawing looks like it was made with markers, but it also looks like it was made on a computer. I like that combination a lot.
Nice. By the way, Necopop said, a big shout out to EDU Tomas because I still have the Mimikyu sticker in my tablet.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, next piece. We got wow, this is a really badass one. This is another digital piece and it's like a cowboy riding a velociraptor.
Ah, esa no, no sé si no estoy seguro si es de 2020 o 2021.
Yeah, I don't see a
Creo,
date.
creo
Uh-huh.
que es de... ¿Ah?
Yeah, not that I don't see like the date on the piece.
Voy a echar un tiro al aire y voy a decir que es de 2020.
Mhm.
Probablemente también fue en pandemia.
Mhm.
Había mucha inspiración en aquel momento. Este, esa pieza la hice para una dinámica que había en un grupo de Facebook que se llama el Character Design Challenge.
Mhm.
It's an artist group on Facebook that every month invites their participants to design a character based on that month's prompt. I
Mhm.
remember that back then, that month's prompt was a dinosaur rider. So the concepts that people were making were amazing, and I'm a big dinosaur lover since I was a little kid. Yeah, I was a dinosaur kid. Who knew? What a surprise. So I wanted to do this piece and I gave it all. Essentially, I did background. I almost never do backgrounds. I did a background for this one. I did a whole concept. I imagine like a backstory and everything for these two characters.
That's really
He's
cool.
like, yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
So that was pretty much it for this piece. It's one of my favorites actually.
It's really nice. I have a question, another interview question. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is there
I'm
something?
ready.
Is there something that helps you as a source of inspiration when you have creative block? O sea, cuando tienes, hay algo que te sirva como fuente de inspiración cuando tienes un bloqueo creativo.
Damn. Mm. I will say that when that happens, and it happens a lot, it happens often to me. It's like a constant battle. I think a lot of artists can relate to that battle,
Ujú.
but for me, what inspires me to get out of art blocks is to do something for other people that inspire me, or to try to connect with something I was inspired when I was a kid. So, for
Ok,
example, when I feel I cannot draw anything for myself, I tend to draw for the closest people to me. I tend to, like, I don't know, draw something for my best friend, or draw something for someone that was nice to me on the internet, like a random thing. Or I go and say, okay, what I would like to draw if I was a kid and I had the chance right now. So I go and draw myself, or I draw like a little creature, or something I like at the moment, like a video game character.
ujú. That's a really great way to get out of art block because you're not only doing something really inspiring again for you, but you're also, giving your art as a gift to somebody that you appreciate. I think that's really, really nice. That's a great advice, not
Shout
gonna
out
lie, say
to
Natalia.
shout out to Natalia, because that's the that was the person I was talking about.
Ah,
uh,
so
it's
sweet.
important to have the kind of people that inspire you in your life.
Ujú, ujú. Okay, vamos a, let's say,
You're also someone that is very inspiring.
oh, thank you. Let's check the next piece. Vamos a ver la siguiente ilustración. Oh, this is
See
your
that?
profile picture. We have a black and white one. Can you tell us really quick what was the technique you used for this one?
The technique was uh, grabbing a marker and doing this little thing very quickly on my job when there was a little dead hour. I was working a full timer at the moment, so
And now,
the art block was pulsating.
nice, nice. Oh, sorry I interrupt you. We got
Uh,
now
and
the full color. We've got the full color one on screen.
oh, that was months after I did the first one, when
Mm-hmm.
I finally got time to go back to art fully. I started practicing on drawing digitally on my cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
and that one of the trials I did, I really liked it. I realized that I could do cool things on my phone, and that was a huge confidence boost.
Nice. Oh, so this was your first piece painting on your phone. Like, what program? Can I ask what program did you use to paint this one?
I'm using a program that is called Ivy's Paint. Shout out to Ivy's Paint, it's free.
Nice, nice.
And it's really good. It's like most art programs that you're gonna find. So it's pretty much like Fentusai, it's pretty much like Clip Studio Paint. It's not as powerful or like expansive something like, yeah, like Procreate
Mhm.
or Clip Studio Paint or Photoshop, but it does a really good job and it has a function that I love, that it essentially helps you clean your traditional drawings so they look like a digital line art. So that's pretty cool. We live in the future.
Yeah. By the way, reading some comments, Natalia said on the piece before, the one with the Velociraptor, she said that piece is amazing. And also reading the comments, Marianne said
Okay.
about this one, the one that we're watching right now, the profile picture that you're using. She said, I love the E in the ear.
Oh my god, Marianne noticed that. It's a little Easter egg. Thank you.
And John said, on your phone? What? That's so cool. Yeah, it is really cool you did that on your phone.
Thank you. It's actually like really cool that people can do this kind of things on their phone because no more than ever art is so accessible for so many people. So nowadays there's not any excuse, I would say, for someone that says, "Oh, I want to get into art, but I don't have X or Y or X or Y."
Mm-hmm.
You can literally right now download a program, a free application on your phone, and start drawing with your finger. And it's, believe me, it's gonna be the best decision you can make, the worst decision you can make, and you're gonna love it.
Nice. We're changing the piece, and we got a really, wow, this is really big one. It has um D&D characters, if I'm not wrong. And for this piece, I have another question for you.
This is the one that has 4 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
what's the question?
The question is, what was your first project on a professional level? ¿Cuál fue tu primer proyecto a nivel profesional?
Damn. Okay, that was when I was 18 years old.
Okay.
I wish I had those images with me today, but they are lost. I was starting doing commissions. I
Mm-hmm.
started doing small commissions like everybody else, like headshots or
Mm-hmm.
character designs, this kind of stuff. I got approached on the page I was working at the moment, that was Fiverr,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to do a card project. Someone wanted to do a game about farming. No, it was not farming, but it had farming characters. He wanted to do a project that was like a card game about space,
Okay.
about creating ships, and the people that did those ships, like there were crew or they were from specific planets, and he wanted those character designs, the ships, like they looked like evolutions from each other, and the people that were the ones who built those ships. I had a lot of fun with that project, and that helped me almost a almost the entire year because it was a massive project. So uh, that was a really good experience to have that time.
Nice. Nice, nice. It sounds like a really cool project
I
too
wish
to
I could
start.
find that project again. It was really good.
Maybe you can contact the client someday.
It would be nice. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have access to that fiber anymore. I think it actually closed down.
Okay.
But yeah, I wish I could find that again.
Well, let's hope you do. I'm gonna change. Oh, but if you wanna say something about
Mhm.
this the piece that we have right now because it's really really cool, you're welcome to say something about it.
Sure. This was a commission work.
Uh huh.
I got approached by someone who wanted a piece of the D&D party.
Mhm.
So she sent me all the characters designs they had for that, and she just wanted a cool pose of them just being really cool. And I went nuts with it. She gave me a lot of creative freedom, and this is what I came out with. It's one of my favorite pieces. I love the colors and the poses and how everybody looks. It's really cool.
It is. It is really cool. I like it. I love the colors too.
Thank you.
Okay, the next piece. I think this is another one of your like big projects. It's the one with the like the Roman guys in like Coliseum.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was a card game I worked on called Ludus Senadus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a card game where you like essentially play as a senator and have to like get votes to do certain things. To be honest, I never completely understood the rules or how to play it, but the experience again was amazing. Me contactaron para hacer este proyecto en 2018.
Mm-hmm.
2018, no, 2019, fue en 2019, sí. Y, I'm sorry, it was between 2018 and 2019. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was a long one. This team wanted to do a card game, and they actually specialize on doing these kind of things from time to time. They start a Kickstarter project
Mm-hmm.
for a card game, and they hire artists to go crazy with it. They are game designers.
Mm-hmm. I'm opening right now the website and you send. Oh my god! And they have your art there. This is so cool. I need to show this. Let me show this really quickly so everybody can see what I'm watching right now. Aha, we're here. So we're watching right now the
Hey,
website of the game that you participated. So everybody that wants to have, basically everybody that wants to have a card game with your art can purchase it here, right? Because I can see more of your art here, and it was really cool. Buy for 7.99.
thank you. Yeah, I think that people can buy directly from that page.
This is so
They
cool.
made like a lot of package from it. I I actually got two packages sent to me, so I have the physical cards.
Uh huh.
They came out really, really cool. I love to have something of my art printed. It's
Mm-hmm.
something so amazing to have.
It is. It is really amazing. It's a
I
it's a wonderful
did,
sensation.
I did the character designs. I did the icons, the UI, you could say, like the whole format,
Mm-hmm.
the background for the cards. Yeah, it was a massive, massive project.
Yeah, it's really nice. I really like the design. They really stand like they stand up really
Thank you.
like they are really contrasting with each other. Like La forma en la que, oh, Spanish, la forma en la que contrasta el diseño con cada carta me gusta bastante, se ve bastante cool. Ujú.
Muchas gracias, gracias, gracias.
2 to 4 players, 10 to 20
Más
minutes.
español.
Ludo Senatus with the art of the awesome Edu. Check it out, check it out. Thegamecrafter.com. I'm gonna put this on the chat. Well, let's go back to the studio, shall we? Here we go. We're back. And let's go back to our window. There we go.
En vivo desde
So,
Miami.
we got another piece on the screen and another question for you. Yes?
What's the piece and what's the question?
The piece is like a furry, and she's like a raccoon, full body raccoon with her like rock and roll hands. She looks really badass.
Yeah, I know which one it is. Uh, Shout out to everyone in the chat if you want your fursona design and your person and your yeah, I will design your fursona.
And by the way, the question for you on this interview right now is, what does your illustrations need to have for you to be satisfied with the result? ¿Qué tiene que tener una de tus ilustraciones para que estés satisfecho con el resultado?
Oh jeez.
Ujú.
That's a really complex question actually. Mm,
Oh,
I'm not like a, I'm not like a perfectionist. I will say that I'm very deep, not preoccupied, worried. The words are losing meaning right now. I'm so sorry.
don't worry.
I will say that I'm very like relaxed on the way I do certain things.
Ujú.
But I will say that for me, something is ready when I feel like this is something I will see good on my phone, actually.
Okay.
Like when the picture looks like, yeah, this is something I saved and it's on my phone and it looks legit, I think that is ready. That's a really weird way to explain how things are ready.
I think that's a pretty good answer, actually. Mhm,
You
mhm.
think so?
Yeah. Next piece. Oh my god, this is really,
Yeah,
really
those are
badass.
my. Um,
The next piece,
which one it is?
this is like a wrestlers, unos luchadores wrestling.
Oh yeah, I know which one.
Yeah, this is amazing. Can you tell us a bit more of the technique you use
Thank
for this
you.
piece?
Sure, it was completely digital made.
Mm-hmm.
This was a commission piece for some guys that were making like a trading card game about wrestlers. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if they were real wrestlers or if they were like created for the game, but it was the piece that was assigned at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I went all out with the action theme of it. I don't do like many fight scenes nowadays, so this was a challenge at the moment. I wanted it to look like a comic book panel or like a poster for something. I think it came out pretty good. I used a lot of brushes that I did myself on this piece. Like the whole background is made with a brush I adore.
Mm-hmm.
That were these little squares, consecutive squares. I used to use it for shading a lot, if you can tell.
Everyone is losing their marbles on the chat for this piece. John say, "Yo, that's so freaking awesome!" And Natalia said, "OMG, look at that movement! That looks incredible."
Oh, everybody is so kind. I saying each and everybody of you a little kiss on the cheek.
I have another question for you. I mean, looking at this piece, I can see a lot of really amazing potential for like prints and even more stuff, like any more stuff of merchandise. Have you considered or have you been able to sell your art in different formats besides commission? And have you thought about it, like having your own merchandise and selling them like that?
Oh, yeah, I'm actually always thinking about it. Like, I would like to be able to go to conventions and events to sell more of my art,
Mm-hmm.
but we need presupuesto for that. So it's an idea that is always there, but is not currently possible, but it will be. We are working on that.
Perfect.
I did have the opportunity to sell my art in different formats before.
Mm-hmm.
I had a chance to go to an anime convention once in 2016 back in Venezuela. And from that event, I still got a lot of merchandise that I then sold in a lot of places, like selling them on the street and on the University of Arts of La ULA in Mérida, Venezuela. Shout out to La ULA, shout out to Mérida, best city in Venezuela.
Woo-hoo. Shout out to Mérida, Venezuela, for having a lot of creative souls living there.
The best minds of our generation.
Okay, okay. Thank you for that
Shout
answer.
out to Remigio.
I have another piece of yours on the screen right now. It looks like a portrait of a guy with purple eye.
Oh, oh yeah, I know which one. I love that one. Like, mm, how I did the colors on that one, it just looks so smooth and so elegant. Like, oh my god,
It is very pretty.
that was a client that wanted a portrait, so I wanted to make it justice because he was a really good client
Mhm.
and he was a Tekken player, so he needed something badass.
Oh, that's really cool. So I have another question.
And
What would it be your ideal
I want
project?
to know, yeah,
Ajá.
my ideal project.
Sí, ¿cuál sería tu proyecto ideal?
Wow, okay, I like that question a lot. I always say that my ideal project would be to do something like Akira Toriyama did
Ujú,
on the Dragon Quest series. Like, I would love to be like on charge of how a franchise of something specific looks. A video game, a series, a trading card, something that has my art as the entire production of it, and it's just like me going all out designing this entire world and this entire cast of characters
ujú.
with my unique flavor. So I think that that will be my I think that will be my dream project to do my own Dragon Quest.
That's really cool. So you will be like the art director, yes?
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool. Thank you. Thank you for the answer. So, talking about that, you mentioned Akira Toriyama. So, the next question is, what are your references? What inspires you and what are your biggest influences? ¿Cuáles son tus referentes, lo que te inspira o te influye?
Oh, wow. Esa es como que de las más importantes.
Ujú,
Diría que mis influencias en cuanto al arte, las más importantes fueron aquellas que más me afectaron cuando estaba creciendo.
ujú,
So that was we go back to Akira Toriyama, we go back to Dragon Ball. We always gonna go back to Dragon Ball. Latino tenía que ser. So Akira Toriyama was a huge influence on how I wanted to draw characters and what I wanted to do in general when I was a little kid. Growing, that changed a little bit with my more Western inspired influence. That is funny that my Western inspired influence were inspired a lot by Japan. So it's always like a vicious cycle. My next big inspiration after Akira Toriyama was Brian Lee O'Malley, the creator of Scott Pilgrim.
ujú.
And I drank a lot of those juices, those creative juices. I wanted my style to look like that. I think it doesn't look anything like that at all nowadays, except in a few things that you can tell like there's remnants of that.
Mhm. I'm gonna put I skipped a little to one piece, the next piece, and it's like a character design of a guy that definitely looks like a villain, and he's wearing like a big laboratory coat with the inside of blue. Can you tell me more about him?
Sure. This was a character design I did based on the PlayStation 5. When
Oh,
the PlayStation 5 came, yeah, it's like a human version of a PlayStation 5.
let's I'm gonna put it on my cam to see. Let's do a little comparison. I think with the influences that you mentioned, by the way, talking about the previous question, I think the influences, I mean, something cool about your work is that you have really strong influences, but you have experimented so much with your own journey as an illustrator that now you can really call your style your own. Because even though you had a lot of influence from Brian Lee O'Malley and Akira Toriyama and Soul Eater, I think you have reached that point where you have your own style, and that's really a really nice goal to reach.
Thank you so much. I
Okay.
think that style at the end of the day is the combinations of the things you want to draw and the things you like.
Mm-hmm.
So even when the inspirations that were there at the beginning are no longer visible, that's because you made them your own at some point and you mix them with so much others from so much other places that you like it and that inspired you that a style looks like you because it could only be made by you because it was the exact amount of those crazy inspirations that came to you at the middle of the night that yeah.
So cool. By the way, Natalia said in the chat, that's a human PS5 if I ever seen one. And then when you were talking about it, she said, called it. And Johnny's like, true, true. And I'm putting a PS5 on the screen right now so we can compare. And yeah, he definitely looks like a human version of the PS5. You did a really good job with the humanization.
Thank you. The goal was achieved.
The goal was achieved indeed. Let's go with the next piece. Oh wow, this is another big one.
Okay.
And it looks like another D&D party, am I right?
Is it the one with the house on fire?
Yes, it has a house on fire.
Damn, that piece is massive. I think it's the one with the most characters in a single canvas I have drawn before.
Really?
I think it is. Like, yeah, there's other pieces with more characters, but those are like lineups of character designs that I did individually and that I added in a single canvas layer. Like, this was everything done in a single layer. In a single canvas. In a single layer, never.
Okay, in a single canvas.
Yeah, in a single canvas.
And can I ask,
So yeah, this thing. Sure.
when is like another question, when is your turn to find clients for this type of big pieces that look really good, because it's not only that really meaningful, there's a lot of characters here that mean a lot for the party, the D&D party. But how do you manage to find this type of people to contact you and, hey, draw me your, can you draw me my D&D campaign because I really like your style? How do you manage to get to reach those clients?
Um, it's kind of like going to a lot of places, posting your art, being like, "Hey, I'm out here and I'm doing this and that," and getting yourself out there. Mostly like on Twitter, on Discord, on Reddit. Uh, I think I found this commission on Twitter, and it
Mm-hmm.
was thanks to the first commission I did with the other D&D party. So they saw my work and saw that I could do something cool like that, and went with me for that. So I think that the best way to get the kind of clients you want is to be doing and start doing the things you want to do. Like if you want to work on this kind of fantasy pieces, start doing fantasy drawings and putting them out there. People are gonna love that, and
Mm-hmm.
they are gonna want to work with you.
Natalia said, I remember this one. That's one of the most realistic representations of a D&D party that I have ever seen.
Yeah, the chaos of a D&D party is always something so fun to draw, because you can tell that a lot of things here were not as planned, but they just improvised and they had a victory on their hands. Either if that victory is a horrible massacre or a lot of war crimes.
that's 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 the good stuff. By the way, John said, "Whoa, I love the details." And yes, the details are really cool.
Thank you.
The kitten.
It does has a lot of details, a lot of tiny armor things.
Mm-hmm.
Their designs of these characters
Uh huh.
were really complex. They were made with this character forge, I think it is called. It's a page that people use to make D&D characters. So these characters had a lot of little details on their clothes and pouches and belts and things that connect to other things. And my style is very cartoony, very very not so detailed. So I had to adapt a lot of those little details to more simple or easy to understand shapes.
That's a really good skill to have, to be honest. Oh, and talking now that we're talking about character design and
Hey,
simplifying designs, I put a new piece on the screen, and it looks like a furry character, and she has two sides. You know, she has two views. She's looking front, and she is also from her back, and she's wearing
I
a
know which one it is. Yeah,
she's wearing a witch hat. Uh huh.
this was a really fun challenge.
Uh huh.
There's a Twitter account on Twitter. I'm not calling the other thing. Called Character Reference Emporium, I think it is.
Mhm.
They upload a lot of character design references of a lot of characters every day, and it's such a resourceful account if you are an artist on the internet.
Mhm.
I'm gonna search for it later so you can share it too. I think you know it, which one it is.
You say character reference emporium.
I think it is that one.
Okay. Oh, so this was a design you created just for the sake of doing the challenge.
For no, it was a challenge, but it was a commission work.
Ah, okay, okay,
This
okay.
person commissioned a lot of artists to create this character that was
Ah,
like the mascot for this Twitter account.
okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, he gave like the general details of the character being like a wolf-looking furry character uh, uh, with a witch theme, uh, having goggles on the hat and a big staff with a ruby. So a lot of characters took that in a lot of really interested directions.
This is really cool. Once again, the color palette is really pretty
Thank
too.
you.
Really nice, really nice. This type of character designs, the way you simplify the shapes and the way you make everything so cartoony, they would really look really cool as figures and toys and stuff like that. Have you ever tried to to grab your art and put it in a more 3D format before? Or would you like the idea? Have you ever explored that?
I would love to see my characters in a 3D format. I haven't had the opportunity yet,
Hmm.
but it's something that I would love to look more into in the future.
Nice, nice. So the next piece, we got a this looks like a thumbnail. It says Valorant 40 kills, and this guy has like a pshoo, 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 pshoo with the finger.
Like, ciao!
Mm-hmm. And he has a gun, and there's some little guys falling on the back.
That is exactly what you described. It is a YouTube thumbnail
Nice.
for a streamer that wanted me to do his thumbnails for his Valorant gameplays,
Mm-hmm.
and I managed to do two of those, and he never contacted me
Oh,
again. But it was fun doing that piece. I actually really liked it,
it is really
even when
nice.
the gun looks really, really fake.
No, but this is it's part of, I think it's part of the charm of the style, but it's always good to also know, what kind of stuff would you like to improve better in your art. So if in this case, if you wanna improve the way you draw guns, it's good to be, aware of the stuff that you wanna practice more. So don't worry.
Okay.
But it's really, I really like the colors. Again, you have a really good way of study color combinations. Is really nice. Like these colors work really well together.
Thank you.
Sí. And John say, "Wow."
I actually use a lot of the same colors in a lot of my illustrations because I have like special color palettes saved, and I like to see that I have this little toolbox of specific colors I love
Mm-hmm.
and mixing them and having this kind of special brand of coloring
Mm-hmm.
on each piece is really fun.
Really nice. Really nice. I really like the effect on the tip of the finger too, like the bubble power thingy. It looks really good. Like I'm staring at all the details and it's really good. Well done rendering.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh wow,
You would have been. You would have been. Huh?
we got another piece on the screen, and this looks really
Oh
deep.
my god.
This looks like an even like an album cover type of stuff going on right now. It's a robot, and the robot is sitting on a fridge, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is a fridge.
Can you tell me more about this piece? It's really, really gorgeous, by the way. The mood of the piece is really pretty.
Thank you. This was a commission work, and it was, I think, for a role playing game. I'm not sure which one it is, but I was told that the party where all of them were robots
Mm-hmm.
and they needed to escape from a cave. So they escaped using a fridge that they turned it into a floating device. And one
Wow.
of the robot guys was the one piloting the thing, and they managed to go out of the cave. And outside the cave was a very bright red sun, and it's supposed to be a really significant moment they had on their adventure.
It is gorgeous. I really like that. Like there's something about the way you painted this, digitally painted it, that feels really like the movement of the strokes. It feels like a painting. Like I don't know. Like it really, the movement of the strokes really feels very like with a brush strokes. Like even brush strokes that could have been done traditionally with painting. And by the way, the chat is going cray cray for this piece, and as it should be. Marianne is saying, "I love that one," and John said, "It legit looks like an album cover."
Thank you so much, people.
Nice, really, really good. And,
Uh,
and once I,
it does actually look like an album cover
yeah, and
for
you
a
did,
really experimental type of fan.
and you did capture really well the feeling of the moment that was going on. Hmm.
Yeah, they did it. They escaped the cave.
Yeah.
I hope they are doing well.
Yeah, but yeah, wow, the brush strokes in this piece are gorgeous. Like the one in the sun and the one in the cage, really, really pretty, 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 pretty.
Thank you.
Okay, the next piece.
And yeah, do you
Oh
wanted to?
wow.
Here.
Uh huh. Uh huh. What were you gonna say
Ah,
before?
no sé cuál es.
This is a
Oh, sí quería
flamingo.
dar
Uh huh.
este efecto de. Sí quería dar ese efecto como de brush strokes,
Mhm.
pero entre todo fue un poquito accidental. Fue más usando una brocha que me gustaba mucho, que es con la que usaba para hacer bocetos. I use it for this type of coloring. Actually, because I wanted to do it quicker and for it to appear like I did,
Mhm.
I did put more effort into it, but it ended up looking really cool.
It looks really really good. By the way, I play next before finishing discussing the previous piece. So the chat is reacting to the one that we have right now on screen. That is like a really big flamingo angel guy with a tiny little flamingo on the hand.
It is flamingo angel guy.
Oh,
It's
it
not
is.
an angel, it's a god.
It's a god.
Uh,
Okay. And it has a little finger,
flamingo
a
god.
little baby flamingo on the hand.
Yeah. Yes, it's creating that little flamingo baby.
Oh, it's
You are
creating
looking
it.
at a Genesis.
Wow. John say, "Oh damn," and Marianne
Yes.
said, "Me encanta," and Nat say, "Love the design."
Thank you so much, everybody. This was for a card game
Mm-hmm.
that had a lot of really interesting, crazy designs. I don't remember the name exactly of the game. I
Mm-hmm.
think it is on Steam.
Oh wow, it's on
The
Steam.
artist, the creator. Oh yeah, it is. Well, I have to look for it. The creator wanted exactly that, a design for a flamingo god, and he gave me a lot of creative freedom to go with it.
It's really really awesome. The baby.
Gracias a la gerencia.
And I
is one of my favorite design.
Yes, I think we have finished watching the gallery that you sent me. We have these other projects that you sent me on Drive, so we can look at them right now. It's a character design job, if I'm not mistaken, and there's this lineup of
Sure.
guys that are like they look based on tooth on dientes, and they look really really awesome. Can you tell me about
Oh,
them? They're really cool looking. I
this
really like.
project.
Uh huh.
Yeah, this was eran unos dentistas,
Uh
I
huh.
think.
Uh huh.
They wanted a project. They were gonna sell a lamp, one of these lamps, one of these UV lamps that dentists use to like dry the dental paste on when they're doing exams on you and stuff.
Mhm.
They were selling in that product, so they wanted uh, this entire project that was a superhero based on their product and a rogues gallery based on the things that the product fought against. And they were
Mm.
all tooth and dental related. So we have cavities, we have specific other things, we have sarro, and
Mhm.
they were all with a little bit of parody team. Like for example, there's one based on Russell Gould from Batman, the another one based on Two Faces, and so on.
Yes, they're really really cute design. I like them a lot.
They
I.
also want.
Uh huh.
Thank you. We have the original design that was the little one.
Uh huh.
Uh, that was more of an abstract representation of the design, but they wanted it. They liked it, but they wanted it to look more like the product. So
Okay.
I did the second design, that is the long boy that you see over there, and that
Uh-huh.
was the final design for the superhero.
Cool. And what happened with this project?
Um, they released it. They released the campaign.
Oh, cool.
They released their project.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, it all came all very smoothly.
That's really nice. I'm glad to hear that. I'm watching some cards right now. The cards based on the character design that you did. Pink waves layer Korean area, and it has some little like teeth on the card.
Yeah, alongside with the character designs,
Mm-hmm.
they wanted a special, like a fake trading card game
Mm-hmm.
with information of the things the product did and the things that the Rose Gallery did that the superhero fought against. So
Mm-hmm.
this was more promotional information for the product.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Nice.
wanted it to look as legit as possible, as this was a real card game.
Yeah, looking at the designs right now, and it's wow, it's really cool. And I like the illustrations inside. I mean, you could have easily just used the same character design, but you went above and beyond and did the characters using the powers, and I think that's really dope. Wow! And looking at the shrink blue light, really cool, really cool. You're,
Oh, that's one of my favorites. The one that is shooting the blue
uh
lasers
huh.
from the eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. Heavyweight
That one is so
ergonaut.
cool. This was such a fun project.
Yeah, it looks like you had a lot of fun with this project. I'm looking at the one with the big guy shooting the pink
I did
laser to
actually.
the guy that has like a military uniform and he's zapping him. Pink wave.
Yeah, I know which one. Yeah, they also wanted a lot with this project. They wanted some fight scenes of the hero defeating the villains.
Nice, nice. Polyfaces micro leakage. Ooh, another one. He's zapping the another one of the bad guys. Oh, I don't know why, but I find the one that is like the Carius scream. I think is cute, even though it's evil.
Thank you. He looks like a little fella.
Mm-hmm. Pink base squid baby. Again, amazing work with the coloring. Psh, another. Psh, psh.
Thank you.
Pretty, pretty, pretty,
Exactly, another psh psh moment.
nice. Really, really good. Really amazing character design. Let's look at the other project that you sent me. It's called Dante Hall. Oh, wow. More character design. Can you tell me about this? We're looking at Brendan right now from Dante Hall.
Sure. This was a character design for an indie project.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this girl was doing a graphic novel style game for a Halloween theme game jam.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the character designs and the backgrounds for this little project.
Wow. Oh, the backgrounds too. I'm looking at
So
the
it was
character
all
designs
the character.
and they look really cool. I'm gonna check the backgrounds.
Thank you. I I love it that
Mm-hmm.
all the characters were really diverse.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot of fun with doing a lot of things for them.
The backgrounds are really pretty too.
Thanks. I'm not so used to drawing backgrounds, so that little part was a challenge.
Oh, but you did good. The little house blocks and the little car.
Always a lot of little details.
Mm-hmm. It's a really cool project too. All of this was done with which program exactly?
At the time, I was working on an iPad,
Mm-hmm.
so I was using Procreate. It's an illustration program exclusive to iPad devices.
Nice. Okay, and let's
It
gonna
is very good.
check.
You can animate with it.
Oh, yes, I love Procreate. That's the one I use right now. So that was Dante Hall, and let's gonna check. I think there's some expressions that I didn't check. Let me check. Oh yeah, you did also. Ah, here they are. Some expressions work here. Really cool. Do you have a favorite from this project, like a favorite character that you design, or you like them all?
Yeah, my favorite one is Dante. I think he was supposed to be not like the main antagonist, but like the whole mystery was surrounding this guy. He was like someone that has lived a lot of time, like 100 or more, so a lot of 100 years. So I wanted to capture that. So he looks like this ethereal vampiric guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The lines on his face are really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, and now we're checking another project that you sent me. It's called Space Game. There's more character design here. Artemis.
Oh, this was for this same girl, the one that made the Dante House project. She also did another game. This
Mm-hmm.
one had more of a chibi style,
Mm-hmm.
so I once again was their main character designer.
This looks really cool. Really, really, really cool. Do you have a favorite from this work?
That project, let me check my my own folders for that too.
We're checking
Where was that
Artemis right now.
space game?
So cute.
Ah, thank you.
She has some
My
hair.
own things are changing really slowly. Ah, Artemis. I love it doing her hair. That was so fun.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And that was the one that I actually did most of because she also wanted like a baby version of Artemis.
Yeah, I'm checking that one right now too.
That was so cute having like these two versions of the same character. How this character looked when she was a little kid and how she looked like grown up. In this same style, they are all supposed to be 20 somethings and 30 somethings and 40 somethings, and they all look really cute and tiny.
Yeah. Once again, the color palette choices really, really good.
Thank you.
We're looking at Colin now. Tiny.
This cast was full of people of color, and I love it that so much.
Nice. John say the color choices are
Something
amazing.
I love.
Right? Right?
Thank you, John.
We got Diana here. Oh, Diana, she's fancy. That's a really pretty dress. Subtle
She was one of
changes.
the characters that was supposed to be like the more of the old ones.
Mm-hmm. Diana, now we gotta check Elena.
Alongside with one that is called Phoebe and Perseus.
Elena looks really badass with that haircut.
Oh, she's one of my favorites. The alternative one.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna check Perseus now. This is another one of the old guys, right?
Exactly.
I love the color in the eyes. I have a question.
Even though there's not a lot of the project is called Space Game
Mm-hmm.
because that was supposed to be the setting, but I didn't have the chance to do the backgrounds. So I
Mm-hmm.
still wanted to incorporate something of the setting in the characters. So I did a lot of like little details on the eyes for that.
Okay. You try to implement this the space setting anywhere you could in the design. Nice. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I had a question. Oh,
What
here
is
it's
it?
up here. When you work on a character design job, yes, like do you apply some rules
Yeah.
or do you follow any steps when you start working on a character design? Like like how do you apply that to the knowledge you already have on illustration? Like if you could follow some steps when you create a character.
I think that for me, the most important thing when creating a character, when doing a character design, is shapes, and
Mm-hmm.
shape language. Like
Okay.
a lot of information that can be conveyed on how the character looks at face value. Like you have a first impression of this character, and you can already tell a lot of them based on their silhouette. Like
Mm-hmm.
if they look soft or round or friendly, they are more associated with circles. If they look like they are more strong, more stubborn, more reliable characters, they usually look like more of a square.
Mm-hmm.
If they are dynamic, they are skillful, they are fast characters, aggressive characters tend to look more like triangles and so on.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
So that's what I have in mind when creating characters.
Nice. Okay. Well, we're gonna close the gallery for today, and I'm gonna ask you my last question. Yes, and then we're gonna open the questions for the chat.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
sure.
Perfect.
I love it. Let's go.
Perfect. Okay, now we are here in my little setup, my little studio, and I'm gonna ask you my final question, Edu. So, we got a DeLorean, from Back to the Future. You get inside the DeLorean, right?
Okay.
And we take you back
Right.
to visit little Edu from when they were 14 years old, and it's you right now. Like your
Oh
present
wow.
Edu goes back on a DeLorean and visit little Edu when they were 16, 14 years old, when they started drawing, like getting serious about drawing. If you could give them three advices,
Okay.
just three advices to little Edu, to present Edu, which one would they be? What would you say to them?
Ah, damn, we got deep, we got existential. I like it.
But it's the last question of the
Uh,
interview from my
if
part.
I may,
Uh huh.
yeah, those are always the ones that hit the hardest.
Yes.
Si pudiera, al pequeño le diría, don't listen to those who are just trying to ruin the fun you're having with this. Keep going with what feels right and never stop trusting that little feeling, that little voice that tells you that this is the right thing, because it is. And it's gonna be a hard journey, and it's gonna have a lot of ups and downs, but it's gonna be really worthy.
Hmm. I wanna put.
I think
I need
that's what I
to.
will tell little Ed.
I need
Huh?
to put a sound effect for that moment. Let me see if I can get it. That was beautiful, Edu. Thank you.
Oh, thanks to you. I had a lot of fun with this. This was a really nice experience,
This
and
is.
I hope that you have the chance to do more of this.
Yes, I really have fun. This is the audience reacting to that last question that you answer.
The audience.
Yes, I put a aw in the audience. I'm gonna have a sound booth someday to put out these little reactions. I'm gonna be that annoying host. Okay. So that was
No, that's cool.
that was my first interview done on my stream on this little setup for you guys. Clap, clap, clap. Everybody's clapping, clapping. Let's give
Yay!
another round of
So proud.
applause for Edu. I'm gonna put another applause sound effect before starting with the crowd audience questions. Another round of applause for Edu. Thank you for being my first
Oh, thank
artist
you.
friend getting interviewed here. And thank you for your time, for your answers, for your art. You are amazing.
It,
You gotta see this
it
later
was
when
a
it's on.
pleasure, baby. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
No, nothing to you. Okay, so now we have officially opened the round of questions on the chat. So any questions that you guys wanna ask Edu, they are right there sitting, digitally sitting on my guest chair, special guest chair, and they are ready for any
So I also
questions. Uh-huh. What did
oh
you
no, I
say?
say that I'm also sitting in real life too.
Ah, okay. Aha! John said, I have one. Woo!
Oh my god.
Ha ha. Let's see what's gonna ask.
What's the question?
Oh my god. John asked, who do you think is the most underrated art?
The most underrated artist is the host of this program. Shout out to Erika. Commission something for her. She's so fucking amazing.
Yeah, but we're talking about underrated. Like, oh my god, this guy, this silly goose.
This bingus.
John said, "Good answer." Marianne said, "Yes." Okay. Any more questions for Edu before they take their flight back to Chile after being digitally here in this tiny studio in Estonia? Totally not based on any studio in California. No, not at all. Not at all. Or Los Angeles.
This place is completely original.
I can shout out Erika here. Oh no, I have to fix a lot of tiny details now on the stream. We're a work in progress. We're gonna add that the shout out thing. We're gonna add a lot of things. That this little stream is little by little growing thanks to everyone's suggestions. So we're probably gonna fix that too later. Ah, it's because this is your stream. Ah, okay, okay. Thank you. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
cute.
Any more questions for Edu sitting right there? Oh my god, Edu, I'm so excited for you to see this when we are done with the stream. Like this is so cool. I'm happy with the result. Even if we had a little bit of a technical issue at the beginning. I think it has gone pretty nice, to be honest, for being the first interview.
You were really, really good.
Yeah, there's a shout out to John. Well, shout out to John for being awesome. Just for being awesome. Doesn't matter if you don't stream. Si alguien tiene una
Shout
preguntita,
out to my man John.
si alguien tiene una preguntita que hacerle a Edu antes de terminar la entrevista, ahora es el momento, damas y caballos y seres interplanetarios.
Qué bonito.
¿Cómo te has sentido esta noche, Edu? ¿Te ha gustado la experiencia?
Me encantó la experiencia, fue muy bonito. De verdad que muchas gracias por la oportunidad. Se le agradece hoy, mañana y siempre. Esto fue un espacio muy bonito y muy ameno.
Me alegra, me alegra. Super, super cute. Y ya tengo un formato nuevo para entrevistas futuras. Así que pendientes, perro calientes para las próximas entrevistas. If you guys like this dynamic today, then get ready for more interviews because I have already my format here. We just need a different guest sitting there, and I just have to change the name, and we got more cool things to come. So, what did you guys think? Did you like it? Did you have fun? Did you find it interesting? Nice. Let's go. Ooh, ooh. Nice. Aha. Marianne asked you something, Edu.
Oh my god, what did she ask?
Okay, this is not a question related to art, but you still have to answer.
Okay.
Okay, Marianne asked, do you add mayo to hallacas?
Damn, that is a really important question, actually. I could say how it is art related, to be honest. No, I don't personally add mayo to Ayaka. I don't like mayo as a condiment. I actually like mayo combined with other things like mayo and tuna, mayo and ketchup. But as something that I will say, I want to add the flavor of mayo to this. Personally, I don't like it. I respect the people that do, but it's not for me.
Okay, okay, that was a really good answer. Thank you, thank you. John said, "Of course, you will ask a Mayo question," and Marianne said, "Mayo is good as Ed is saying." Mhm, mhm. You are part of the mayonnaise defenders, but John is saying that.
Mayo is
Uh-huh.
mayo is an important part of life.
John is saying that mayo is meat. I don't think so. I am confession of the host, but I think mayonnaise is really good. I really love mayo. Mayo and my heart goes together, even if that sends me to the hospital later on in years to come. I love mayonnaise. I'm sorry. Mayo
You
is
don't
not
have to be
meat.
sorry. We, mayo is not what?
Meat, like mediocre.
Oh, I thought you say like meat as carne.
Now, Mayo Squad. Ooh, ooh, Mayo Squad. Well,
The mayo squad.
my lovelies, my lovelies viewers, right here on this studio located in a laptop in Estonia, the time is 2:04 a.m. It's 2 a.m. over here, and I have to sadly go to sleep.
Wow.
Yes, but I think I have a wonderful time. I don't regret not going to sleep early today. I really, really had a great time with you guys. Bob, you all. You all are amazing. I'm going to search for
I
a.
did, I did have a great time too. This was a really, really, really good experience. Thank you so much.
Nice. What can we put as a goodbye song?
Agradecidos con la gente.
Yes.
I say that we put
Uh huh.
the first ending of Dragon Ball.
Okay. Let's put what our special guest today wants us to use as a goodbye song. So, how do I put that? Bending first ending of Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball ending, yeah.
Okay.
En latino, por favor.
En latino.
Sí.
Okay. Okay, okay. Playing right now. I wish you could listen to it, Edu.
Oh my god.
But you're gonna listen to it when this is published. Aha.
Yay.
So, I know I say this a lot, but I'm never gonna get tired of saying this. Thank you so much for watching, for writing, for hyping the stream. We're gonna have new emotes. I only did one today, but I have this new folder with more doodles, so more emotes to come. And I'm also planning. I'm looking at you, Marianne. We're gonna do like an emote. I draw you one, you draw me one. Like an emote exchange. So I'm also really excited for that. It's gonna be really cute.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm gonna have an emote done by Mariana on my stream. so
Me
happy.
encanta, qué lindo.
Sí. Emote trade, that's the word. I'm gonna make an emote trade. So that's gonna come really soon. More emotes,
Eh,
more cute stuff, more cute dynamics, and more interviews. So you guys stay on the lookout because probably the next friend that I'm gonna be interviewing might be you. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. I see you maybe tomorrow, probably, because I want to get more Cheerios with this. Oh my god, the song is over. Can I put another one? Of I'm gonna put this one.
oh,
Okay.
sure.
Bye, beautiful souls. I love you all. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a wonderful dinner. I hope I can see you in another stream with that wonderful energy that fills my bones. Mwah. Bye. Say bye, Edu.
Bye, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Bye bye. Romance te puedo dar, romance te puedo dar.